Welcome back, students. This video we're going to do Module 4, Topic 2, Translations. Standard for this topic is GR 2.1. Given a pre-image and image, describe the transformation and represent the transformation algebraically using coordinates. The objective for this topic, you guys are going to use rigid transformation to translate figures onto the coordinate plane and describe the effects of translations. The essential question for this topic is, how do you translate a figure on a coordinate plane? Let's scoop this up here. We got the warm-up bell ringer. We're on page 6 of the Module 4 Module 4 packet, excuse me. So, you guys to do the bell ringer. I'm going to wait about 3 seconds, give you a chance to pause the video, then try to work this with me and see how you did. All right, so warm up, page 6. Plot the reflection of each point over the line, x equals -1. Then write the ordered pair for each corresponding new point. Excuse me. Our line is x equals -1. So to get our line, we're going to go to -1 on the x-axis and draw our vertical line, because we know from previous lesson that a vertical line is x equals a number. In this case, x equals -1. So we're going to reflect these points. First thing we need to do is plot the points. So A is first. We're going to go, this is -1, then -1, -2. So A is a -1, -2. This may get a little difficult over there. I'm going to move the points over here. -1, -2. We'll just write these over here. All right. B, 1, then 1, 2. So B is 1, 2. C is 0, -1. And then D is -1, -2, -3, -1, -2, -3. So D is -3, -3. So we need these to plug in here, but in order to find reflections, remember we talked about in the previous lesson, just like wherever you stand next, as far as in front of a mirror, the closer you are, the closer your reflection is, the further you are, the further your reflection will be. Same thing with these points. It's the same distance. So like for A is on the line. It's on the line of reflection, so it's going to stay there. So A prime is going to be the same as A, which is -1, -2. B, notice I'm using pencil. So B is 1. We got 1. B is 1, 2 to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2 to the left for B prime. And our new point is -1, -2. So the x is -2. And the y should be the same because it's a vertical or line of reflection here. But let's see. So -2 and then 1, 2. So -2, -2. So yes, the y stayed the same because we're reflecting vertically. All right, C. C is 1 to the right, so we're going to go 1 to the left for our C prime. So from the origin, -1, -2. So there's -2, and then 1 down, so -1, which stayed the same. All right, D. So D is over here, so it's going to reflect over there. So D is 2 to the left, so D prime is going to be 2 to the right. Yeah, see, I told you they'd get messy. So D prime is 1, -1, -2, -3. And of course it stayed the same, but I wanted to go through that so you guys could see it. All right, let's scoot down. Just a moment to write in our guided notes. Okay, translations on a coordinate plane. Translation is a function in which all of the points of a figure move the same direction and the same magnitude as described by the translation vector. So we had talked about this a little bit before. So like our example over here, we have triangle ABC, and it's moving over here where JKL is. Notice this is it's not just a vertical or horizontal, it's moving diagonally. Give me just a second to put in a color you guys can see. That's what's kind of indicated by this little arrow. It's a vertical move. I'm sorry, it's a diagonal move, excuse me. When a translation has been applied to a figure, the distance between each pair of corresponding vertices is the same, and the segments that connect each pair of corresponding vertices have the same slope and are therefore parallel. So there's a lot of words. Basically what this is saying, so these triangles move, but the angles inside the triangle itself doesn't change. It's moving, it's not changing. So the angles are going to stay the same. The lines are the same. It's basically what it's saying, okay? But yeah, so like looking down here, it's don't let me get ahead of myself. Let me just scoot down the page. Excuse me just a second. I'm trying to talk about two things at once. Okay, so to translate a point along a vector is going to have these pointed parentheses. I'm not sure what they're called. This is why I tell you guys in class, you're lucky I'm not your English teacher. But anyway, it's in these little pointed parentheses. It says AB. A is the same as X. B is the same as Y. And I know, why do we have to have it different? I don't know. I didn't create geometry. I'm just trying to help you guys learn it. So, same as X, Y. All right, so we add A to the X coordinate and B to the Y coordinate. And that's kind of why I did that. So, our coordinate rule for this, X comma Y, is X plus A comma Y plus B. Excuse me. So, our example, P is at -2, 3, and it's going to be translated along vector 7, 4. The new point is, so P prime, it's the -2 plus the 7. Let me just, so plus the 7 and plus the 4. Let me try to just do. We're going to see this again, but try to give you guys as much exposure and show it to you in as many different ways as I can come up with, or maybe I'm showing it to you the same way, just 5 different times. But anyway, so -2, 3 is translated along vector 7, 4. So the new point is going to be -2 plus 7. -2 plus 7 is +5, and then 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So your new point is 5, 7. So, and it's indicated over here. So we move like that. So that's what it's trying to teach you guys. Let's flip over here. Give me just a second. Okay. Reposition here. Excuse me. All right, so number 1, on page 7. 1 second. We're going to translate the figure along vector 4, -3. So this is our A, this is our B, and we're going x comma y is going to be x plus A. Did not mean to do that. It's x plus A, comma, y plus B. I'll be spot on my table there. Okay. And then you'll have the, so let's do this. We are going another color. Just go with this one. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I'm going to plot our points over here. That's what our x comma y is. Find a different spot on my table here. I'm having some difficulties. All right, J is -4, 2. I'm trying to plot these slowly for you guys that are having a hard time. So just follow me here. I'm going to try to do this a little slower than normal. All right, so K. This thing. Oh well. K. So K is the X here is -5. So -5. And then we're up here at the Y is 8. Or if we count, but either way, it's 8. Find it on the X axis, find it on the Y. Hope that made sense. I'll do it a couple more times. So L. L is, the X is -1, and the Y is 7. Okay? I'll switch pencils because that one is dying. But that's okay. We're going to have to, so we're putting in our A and B. So X is -4. And the A over here is 4. So plus, this is just terrible. Just a second. Let's do this. Now, so the X is -4. And the A was 4. So -4 plus 4. I did it again. Comma. I guess it'll match. Your Y is 2 plus the B is -3. All right, we're going to end up going off the page unless I start spacing it out here. Okay, or cutting down the space. So X here is -5 plus A is 4, comma. The Y is 8 plus -3. I'm just going to put -3 after this, so we're cutting down on our parenthesis. X is -1 plus 4, comma. Y is 7 -3. Swap over here to red. So I'm going to do the math. I'm going to have to put the answer here, but so -4 plus 4, that's a big fat 0. 2 minus 3 is -1. So we're going to go 0, and I'm going to put these here because you see I'm running out of space. -5 plus 4, that is 1. I'm sorry, that's -1. Good catch. 8 minus 3 is 5. So I forgot M. I see now. -1. 5. L. 1. -1 plus 4. +3. 7 minus 3 is 4. This is 3, 4. Now, excuse me while I go back and redo M, or do M actually. Okay, M. So the X is -3, and the Y is 5. So negative 3 plus 4, that's the A. And then 5 minus 3, that's the B. Okay, so negative 3 plus positive 4 is a 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. All right, so now I'm going to do the other figure, and then I'm going to show you another way you could do this without doing all this. So you guys are going to hate me for this, all this writing. So let's see, our J prime is 0, negative 1. Let's see, so J is going to be, okay, we'll try to make sure. Okay, K, negative 1, 5. Okay, so these are these points. All right, so L, 3, 4. And then M, 1, 2. All right, I don't have a straight edge again, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, let me just kind of color this in a little bit. All right, so now to show you this. When we use this math and we got this, and it scoots over, it's 4 this way, that's your direction, and negative 3, that's your magnitude. So the way to check this, I don't want to use the red pen. I try to use this pencil. I can get it to cooperate. So if we go from K, we're going over 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And then we go 3 down. 1, 2, 3. So 4 to the right, 3 down. Look where we got. We got here. Do the same thing with L. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3 down. See? Just trust me. You do it with this, and you do it with this, it'll be the same thing. So as far as the graph goes, we can use this and just move it over, but we need to know how to do the math. So I promise not to make you guys write as much. Unfortunately, down here at the next problem, we have to do the math because we don't have the chart. The graph. So scoot down. Number 2. Little sideways here. All right, number 2. Translation vector, negative 7. So this is our A. 14, that's our B. Maps triangle ABC. And it gives us the coordinates. To triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. What are the ordered pairs for A prime, B prime, C prime? So the first thing we need to do, let's get this down here. And I'm going to write these in 3 different colors. So A is 3, 1. This may be a pain. Actually, I'll just write each separate line in different colors. So B is negative 12, 6. And C is 5, negative 8. So here's our vector. This is where we're gonna, right above here that, so x comma y is gonna be x plus a comma y plus b to get our new ones. So let's use, let's do this. Okay, so for A, our x is 3, plus A is negative 7, so 3 minus 7, our y is 1, and our B is 14. Okay. B, our X is negative 12. Our A is going to be negative 7, so I'm just going to go in line after that. Our Y is 6, plus our B is 14. C, 5, minus 7. Negative 8 is our Y plus 14. Change colors. Okay, so 3 minus 7, positive 4. And this is A prime. Didn't give myself enough room. A prime, B prime, C prime. As long as you guys can see that. So our X is 4. So 1 plus 14 is 15. So our new Y is 15. V, negative 12, negative 7 is negative 19. 6 plus 14 is 20. For C, 5 minus 7 is negative 2. Negative 8 plus 14 is positive 6. Let's see, I stretched over there. All right, number 3 is a you-do. Please pause the video here. Try to work this problem. I'm going to wait 3 seconds to give you the chance to pause, and then I will continue. See how you did. All right, number 3. Translation vector is 2, negative 3. So 2 is our A, negative 3 is our B. It's going to map triangle ABC, and here's our coordinates onto triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. What are the ordered pairs for A prime, B prime, and C prime? So I'm going to first block this off. I'll start with red since we're over here. So let's write the pairs out again. So A is 2, 3. B is 5, 6. And C is 10, negative 4. Just a moment. So again, X comma Y is going to be X plus A, Y plus B to give us our new pair. So for A, our X is 2. For our vector A, sorry for the confusion, it's positive 2. So 2 plus 2, the Y is 3, the B is negative 3. For B, we have a 5. Again, this is going to be the same, so plus 2. Our Y coordinate is 6, and it's going to be minus 3 again. C, it's 10 for A, plus 2, negative 4 for our Y, minus 3. Let's do this. So okay, as long as we can see this, we're gonna run out of room. Let me just do it in pencil. All right, so 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 minus 3 is 3. 10 plus 2 is 12. Negative 4, negative 3 is negative 7. So here are your coordinates. Hey, let me scoot down the page. All right, these are asking us to describe a translation. Number 4 on the left, still on page 7. In the graph, the translation vector blank blank maps figure J to figure I. So just make sure you know where you're going, where you started and where you're going. So we're going from here to here, because if you do it backwards, your numbers will be backwards, like they'll be negative instead of positive, and your answer will be wrong. So we're just going to start with this top point. Remember, A is our direction, so left to right. B is our magnitude, that's our up and down. So to get from here to here, we're going to count from this point to where it gets level here. I'm just going to kind of mark, this is where I'm going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7 to the right, so it's a positive 7. Now we need to go from here to here. We're going up. So again, it's going to be positive. So this is on -2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was 7 up. You could plot the points and then do the math, but this is a lot easier. Let's just check one more. Let's check the point out here out front. So again, to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just realized you can't see me count. But if you'll count with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Didn't write the other 7. All right, number 5 is a you do. Please pause the video. Pick your point. Count from this one to this one, or this one to this one. It doesn't matter as long as it's the same point. Wait 3 seconds, and then I will do number 5. All right, number 5. In the graph, translation vector blank blank maps figure X to figure W. So we're going, I was pointing this way, but we're going this way. We're going to just start with this point up here. So it goes to here. So I'm going to just, this is where I'm going. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's to the left, so it's a -5. And from here to here, again, we're going down, so it's going to be another negative number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, -5 because it's going down. Now these were both the same number. That's just the problem that they gave us. It's not always that those numbers match. So don't let that fool you. Let's just check one other point. So we're moving right to left, so it's going to be negative, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm blind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course they match. All right, let's readjust here. We got number 6 and 7 here on page 7. Bottom of the page. Describe the translation given the pre-image and the image. Remember, the pre is A, the image is A prime. And it's asking us to do the math. And really, what you need to do here is, well, just think of this. So the X on the number line. So let's just do X over here. We'll do Y over here. I'll just show you the simple way. So our X is 2. Let's just put 8 spots. We'll do 10. Okay. So 2 and -3. So I'm going to go here close to the end and make this 2. And then, so that's 2. I'm going to go 1, 0, -1, -2, -3. And so that's where we're going. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we went to the left 5 with the X. And then the Y. So we're going to go all the way to the end over here. No, we got to go all the way to this end and call it -12. And -4 is where we're going, but if that's -12, I'm going to write every other. So we're going to -4. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we went 8 to the right. So we're plus 8. So see how I did that? You can kind of learn to do it in your head, but that. This is the Y. This is the X. And I just took the X's over here, figured out where it was on a number line, and I noticed that we went down 5, and over here we went plus 8. Number 7's another you do. Please pause the video here. I'm going to wait 3 seconds before I continue. Try to work this, see how you did at the end. All right, so describe the translation, given the pre-image and image. Pre-image. Whoa, goodness. Technical difficulty. All right, so we can do the number line right here. I can tell you, so 10 minus 5 is 5. It went from 5 to 10, so we went up. And then from 0 to -7, we're going backwards 7. If you want me to show you on the number line, I can show you in class, but I know from 5 to 10, that's 5. And then I know from 0 to -7 is -7. All right, let's flip over to page 8. Yeah, page 8, top of the page. This is the last part of this topic. After this, you see the independent practice homework if it's not finished in class. But let's do number 8 first. Page 8, top left. Determine whether a translation maps triangle DEF onto LMN. If so, describe the translation. If not, explain why. So we can measure this. For time's sake here, I'm going to tell you that they do map onto each other. The way we find that out, we can see that L and D are the same angle, M and E. We're just going to go from one to the other and see. But DEF is where we start, so we're going to go left and down. So it's going to be negative numbers. I already know that based on direction. So we're going to start with E, and we're going to see how many we go over to and down to M. So from E, we're going to go 1, just scoot, 2, 3, 4. So we went to the left 4, or -4. And then from here, we're going to go down 1, 2. So that's a -2. So we're going to check the others here. Maybe just use a pencil. I'm going to go from F to N. So we'll go -1, -2, -3, -4. -1, -2. So what's happening here is we're translating along vector -4, -2, and that makes our x comma y, x plus a, y plus b, or in this case, x minus 4, y minus 2. Okay, number 9, the last you do. Please pause here, work this problem, and then see how you did. I'm going to wait 3 seconds before I continue. All right. Number 9, determine whether a translation maps triangle JKL onto triangle XYZ. If so, describe the translation. If not, explain why. So again, for time's sake, we can measure these triangles, but they're the same. So it is a translation. So J and X go together, K and Y, L and Z. So it says JKL, so we're going from here to here. Okay, so to get up here to where X is, I'm just going to mark my spot. I'm going to go from J to X. So we go up 1, 2, 3. It's a positive 3 because we went up 3. And now to get over to X, we got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. over to the right, so plus 5. There's a pencil here. We'll do k and y. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5, 1, 2, 3, plus 3. So I did this, I went up and over, but it's always going to be the A is your direction, so it's to the right, then up. But as long as we know that this is our magnitude, no, yes, this is our magnitude, this is our direction. There we go. So your x comma y is x plus a, y plus b for this. X plus 3, y plus, no, I did that backwards. See, looking at this, it's x plus 5, y plus 3. Ah, off the page. X plus 5, y plus 3. Okay, independent practice is on page 8 and 9. Obviously, if you're watching the video, you're not in class, but do finish this. Practice it while it's fresh on your mind. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time in class. Have a good night.